Good morning. Good morning. It's so good to see everyone gathered here today. I'm Pam Fodor. My pronouns are she and her, and I get the privilege of working with Beth this morning on our service.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Dr. Beth Johnson. My pronouns are she, they, and welcome, welcome.
For our community gathered here, for the spirit that calls us together and drew us to this place,
we give thanks. For moments we've shared with others, for times when we've reached out to others, for times when others have reached out to us, for moments when we've discovered another along the path, we give thanks.
For this community of welcoming, kindness, and belonging,
we give thanks. For our gathering together out of distant places, for our weaving together out of our many separate selves this hour of celebration,
we give thanks. Please join in our opening hymn, Rising in Body or in Spirit, for Come Ye Thankful People Come.
Number 68 in your gray hymnal.
These are not the right words.
Okay, I will, wait. Okay.
68.
Yes, but I'm doing the slides. So you know
So what number is the one on the slides?
You want to do the one on the slides? Sure. Okay, use the hymnal.
It's number 68.
Number 68. Don't look at that thing. I made a mistake.
No worries. It had been a cold, lean winter in the village. Winter had lasted longer than usual, and the stores of food that had been carefully gathered after the fall harvest were now nearly gone. In fact, the villagers and farmers in the valley were growing fearful. Spring had broken the back of winter, but it would still be weeks before the tender green shoots of the new plants would come up the rough, rich soil of their gardens. It would be weeks before plump fish returned to the nearby rivers. Suddenly, through the morning mist, the villagers noticed two figures in the distance. Two people were walking on the road straight towards the village. Who could it be? Who's going to visit the village, and what do they want?
Good morning. Welcome to this place of fun and fellowship. Today we're joined by the Celebration Singers, directed by Julia Beckman, and our music director, Jamie Passman, and our tech crew, Alex and Jean, and a handful of other talented church friends. It truly takes a village to put on this year's annual family Thanksgiving service, Stone Soup. If you're visiting with us today or newish to our congregation, we welcome you and invite you to stop by the visitor's desk in the living room if you haven't already at the back of the church. And if you're visiting with us on YouTube, we're glad to have you with us. You can reach out to us in the live chat or visit our website and click on the Connect button to fill out our newcomers form. We recognize that individuals of all ages and abilities have different needs during the service. In the living room at the back, we provide a cart of fidgets and drawing supplies. If at any point you feel the need for movement, feel free to get up, grab a fidget, engage in drawing, stand or sit on the floor in the living room. There are also different types of seating available. May each of you know that you are welcome in this house of peace. May our worship and fellowship this morning touch your heart, your mind, and your spirit. Everyone is invited to join us after the service for a delicious stone soup. And I must say, fabulous company. Truly. Friends, most weeks, and certainly in this month, which is Native American and Indigenous Peoples Heritage Month, we acknowledge that we here in the western suburbs inhabit areas that are the traditional territories of many Indigenous people. As people trying to live into a more just world, we have a responsibility to acknowledge the history and the legacy of colonialism, the harm done to Native peoples, and also to repair that harm, knowing that this is an ongoing effort. This is not to be performative, but meant to be transformative as we find ourselves and connect ourselves in solidarity with our Indigenous siblings. This is a photo of Morton Grove here in Downers Grove, as we consider the land that we're a part of. So, Julia.
Thanks. The anthem that we are getting ready to sing, the Native American hymn, I just found out recently from the composer, Nolan Schmidt. I emailed him and asked him why he decided to write this music. And it's an interesting story. I'll try to keep it brief. He teaches at the University of Nebraska, and he was Nebraska Ambassadors of Music to write a Midwestern-themed piece to share something of our culture for the group of high school and college students who they take to Europe to sing for people in 7 European countries. And while he was thinking of the ideas about what he could compose, his mother-in-law received a bookmark from the Red Cloud Indian School of Pine Ridge, South Dakota, and this prayer was printed on that bookmark. And he thought, that's just the thing. I need to write music to that prayer. He was deeply touched by the message, and he looked and looked for the author, and it seems that it's a chief Lark of the Lakota tribe, who was a very peaceful man. He wrote it in his native language, and then he translated it in English himself. And the composer decided that would be just the thing to set to music. The message of the text he found very powerful, and he worked hard to honor the tradition, which is we're trying to do today. And he was very grateful that I let him know that we were getting ready to sing the piece. So I hope you all get a lot out of the piece that we're about to do for you.
Let me
We light our chalice as a symbol of gratitude as we celebrate the abundance of our lives together.
In the sanctuary, we harvest bushels of strength for one another and offer our crop with the hands of compassion and generosity. In the authentic and gentle manner of our connections, we cultivate a simple sweetness to brighten our spirits.
May we be grateful for the ways we nourish and uplift each other, for it is the sharing in this hallowed time together that we are sustained.
While we were beginning our worship service, the villagers were still staring down the road, watching the two strangers approach. Would they be friendly? Were they dangerous? What reason could they have for visiting their village, especially during the lean days of spring? Questions whirled through the villagers' minds. As the strangers entered the village, an elder, a wise elder, stepped forward to greet them.
Good morning and peace to you. Who passes this way?
Greetings and peace to you, madam. We are simple travelers on a long journey.
And we seek nothing but a friendly people, so that we might rest our feet, or for a day, share some stories and a meal, and sleep among friends tonight before continuing on our way.
You come in peace and are in need of rest. We are a humble village, but a friendly one, and we would welcome hearing the stories and news that you bring from far away. We have warm fires that will keep you safe and comfortable as you sleep, but a meal, you say? You want to share a meal? Do you bring a meal with you?
We bring stories and news.
And stones, and some lovely stones and seashells I picked up along the way.
And stones. You and those silly seashells. I don't need a microphone. No, you don't. You and those silly stones that you just had to pick up.
And you're talking to us?
I need a script. I got it on my phone.
It's not working well, is it?
We bring important news from the cities of the other side of the mountain. Madam, we bring stories of intrigue and suspense from those who have fought dragons.
Dragon.
And lived to tell.
Oh my God. Whoa.
We bring the juiciest gossip of the king's new consort. And for considerable assets.
Uh-huh. Wow.
But we do not, I beg your understanding, Bring a happy meal. I mean a meal.
Unless you want to chew on my seashells, but I wouldn't recommend that.
We're eager to hear your stories, my friends, and your news. I'm particularly interested to hear about the assets of the king's new consort. Our offer of a fire and friendship still stands. You may join us for this day and night, but we beg your understanding. This has been a hard winter, and we have very little food to get us through to the growing season. There's barely enough food for ourselves, so we can't provide you with a meal.
Thank you. We understand and appreciate taking simple sanctuary with you this day and night.
Dad, I'm hungry. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna eat?
We'll think of something. Just please stop the stones and the seashells. I'm tired of hearing about them.
No one seems able to share food. As we celebrate the strangers and the villagers find their way to the village, let's celebrate that at least they're going to be together. Join us in singing number 67. We sing now together, and we'll see if it's on the slides.
It is.
It is. Please rise in body or spirit and sing.
The two strangers were happy to enter the village. They found a beautiful glade of trees where they could be comfortable. As they settled in, their growling stomachs reminded them that while they'd met with good fortune in the village, it wasn't outstanding fortune. The villagers seemed hungry or stingy or a little bit of both. It was hard to tell. What was clear was that the villagers wouldn't be offering any food to the strangers anytime soon.
Hungry.
So am I, friend.
I'm so hungry. I can't stop thinking about golden griddle cakes made from the finest cornmeal.
Oh no, let's not speak of food. You're just making me hungrier.
That's what I would like to eat right now, a big steaming stack of fluffy griddle cakes with juicy blueberries and wildflower honey on top.
What did I say?
And then I'd like to eat a platter of succulent grilled fish with roasted vegetables and sea salt.
Am I talking to myself? Please stop.
Fish with potatoes, little roasted potatoes, crispy little salty potatoes.
If you don't stop, I'm going to leave you to rest here and find somewhere else to sit. I am. See if I don't.
To tell you the truth, I'd settle for a nice hot bowl of soup. Too bad what we have is these stones. It was silly to pick them up. You can't make soup out of stones. Nope, nope, nope.
That's it. First, you won't stop talking about the seashells and stones. And now you won't stop talking about food. Stones, soup. Stones, soup. It's driving me crazy. Stone soup. Stone soup. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. I've got an idea.
What? Did you forget to tell me that you actually have some griddle cakes with you?
I have no idea. Would you please show me one of the prettiest stones? Oh, I have an idea.
Now you're interested in my stones?
How would you like to make a little magic with this beautiful stone? I think it could help us make a very nice meal.
I can't imagine how, but I'm all ears. Tell me what you have in mind.
Up. Now is a time in our service where we make a little magic for our congregation, where we take an offering, probably not stones, but if that's what you got, we'll take it, for the financial support of our congregation. So our offering will now be gratefully received.
But do you have a large pot?
Why, a cooking pot? Why would you want that? If it's a bath you want, we've got one right here. If you bath you want, the river's right around that, but the river's right around that bend. The water is pretty cold.
A cooking pot is what we want, madam, and a cooking pot is what we're going to use it for. You see, we just remembered that some of the stones in my companion's bag are, well, they're magic. The magic variety, you see, and we want to thank you and your village for your hospitality by making stone soup.
Well, tarnation! Stone soup? Stone soup? I've never heard of such a thing. It doesn't sound very appealing, does it?
Oh, but it is, madam. Stone soup is appetizing and delectable. And it's a very simple meal to make. All you need is the right stone, which we have, and a cooking pot, which we very much hope you'll lend us, and some fresh water from your well, which shouldn't be a problem, and finally, a small fire on which to cook, which is already before us.
Curious, hungry, and eager to be of assistance, the villagers helped the two strangers fill the pot with fresh water and then hoisted the pot over a cooking fire. As they did, the villagers whispered to one another, "Stone soup? Have you ever heard of such a thing? What can this be? How?"
Thank you, friends. Let me now add the magic, stone. And our stone soup will be underway.
I see bubble bubble, toilet trouble. Is it ready yet?
Not yet, friend, not yet. Like any soup, stone soup takes a while to prepare. It will be ready to eat by and by.
Soup began to simmer, and the villagers stood around watching the strangers, more curious than ever, but also hungrier than ever.
In your gray hymnal. Is that it?
Can't see it. Yeah. As the two strangers began brewing their stone soup, the hungry villagers looked on, and so the magic began.
Microphone! There's a microphone! Where in tarnation did you learn how to make stone soup? Is it a traditional food from your homeland?
That's right. Yes. Both of us have made stone soup many, many times. Help me out here, please.
Oh, yes, many times. Although this batch of soup probably won't be as good it was last time we made it. Remember that?
Oh, yes. Nothing can be as delicious as that stone soup.
Tasted as though the angels had made it. It was heavenly. We might be able to make this batch of stone soup as delicious as that one. If only.
What? If only what?
If only we had an onion or two. If only we had some onions, this soup could tempt the gods themselves to come down from heaven to eat among us.
Wow. I might be able to help with that. I have some onions in my cellar and was saving them for, well, it doesn't matter. Would you like them for the soup?
Of course, thank you.
Certainly. I just happen to have an onion in my pocket. There we go.
Ah, yes. Now it's becoming sublime stone soup. Sort of sublime with onions. To be truly sublime, we'd also need a few carrots. But that would be asking a bit too much.
It certainly would. A few carrots are out of the question, even though they'd make our stone soup supremely sublime.
Out of the question. Well, it's not out of the question. Maybe I have some in my cellar. May I give them to you for some soup?
Yes, you may add your carrots.
Who has carrots? Who has carrots? Oh, come on up and bring the carrots. Carrots, put them in our soup. Thank you for sharing, friends. Now our stone soup is on its way to be superbly satisfying.
I mean not to interfere with your magical stew, but
Speak up, friend. What is it?
is there any chance that your soup would benefit from a few potatoes? Is there anyone here? Oh, I see some potatoes coming up.
Superb, sublime.
The shy villagers became bolder, stepping forward to reveal that they had small treasures in their cellars and cold stores. A child was sent forward by her parents with a small cabbage. Someone offered a handful of peas. And another villager supplied a couple of eggplants. And yet some other villagers stepped forward to the bubbling pot with juicy tomatoes. And lastly, a few good shakes of salt and pepper. Every time someone brought forward a small contribution to the soup, the strangers gratefully accepted it and stirred it into the soup pot. Well, almost every time. There was one exception.
Anchovies, no, egg.
What my companion means is we couldn't possibly accept such a generous contribution of anchovies. Personally, I like them. But thank you anyway, perhaps as an appetizer.
And so now the soup pot, filled with an assortment of vegetables and grains, began to release its tantalizing aroma throughout the village. I bet if you take a big sniff right now, you might just be able to smell it. Everyone's mouth was watering and stomachs were grumbling. To think of eating such a fine meal. The stone soup was nearly complete, and the villagers' hope and gratitude began to crowd out thoughts of hunger.
Before we join the villagers in their feast, let's take a pause to find our own reasons for hope and gratitude. I invite you to take a breath with me. Connect with whatever gratitude or hope that you have brought with you today, even amidst things that would cause us concern or sadness or despair. During this time of silent meditation, let us savor the moment here and now, looking around at the company that we share, and just take a breath and sit with that for a moment. Allowing the hope and the gratitude to reside in your body. Spirit of life, spirit of love. Too often when we see someone in need, our hearts can sometimes turn to stone. Too often the people who cross paths with us move us to indifference or irritation, or they simply become invisible to us amidst the burdens that we carry. This week or even every day, we will surely encounter someone, our neighbors, who are afraid, something that may cause our hearts to want to turn to stone. But we won't let that happen. When that happens, what we do is, even if we're inundated with images, we remember all the gifts that we can give, and the greatest is love. May our hearts open not only to those who are close to us, but to all people and all beings whom we encounter. Let any judgment turn to forgiveness. Let us embody patience, hospitality, compassion, and love.
Finally, the meal was ready. After cooking for an afternoon, the strangers and their magic stone had prepared a soup that was now ready to be eaten.
Step right up, my friends, step right up. Bring a bowl, bring a spoon, and come taste this delicious soup.
Hey, soup lady, what if we run out?
We won't run out. There's plenty for everyone to eat. That's the magic of stone soup.
Every villager had their fill of soup from the bubbling pot. Everyone agreed that it was the tastiest soup they had ever eaten. And no one could quite believe that the strangers had made it from a single small stone. That night, the villagers slept soundly with full bellies and grateful hearts. It was a little easier to believe that spring, with its bounty of food, was just around the corner. It was easier for the villagers to hope that they'd never know such a deep hunger again. And it was satisfying for the villagers to reflect that upon welcoming strangers among them, they had received a gift that they'd never expected.
Imagine welcoming the stranger. Imagine welcoming those who traveled far from their homes to find safety, to find welcome, to find food, to find shelter. Can we imagine that? Can we imagine that happening in our city and across our country? Strangers longing for a place to be, for safety. We, beloved, have much to share, not only with one another, but with the community around us. I've been moved by the outpouring of love and support around Chicagoland and in other cities that have been targeted, where our immigrant siblings have been targeted, by the generosity of people blowing whistles, bringing food, going to Little Village to eat in order to help the merchants there, the restaurants there. In our story, the strangers told the villagers that they created soup with a magic stone. Do you believe in magic? If you believe in magic, say it louder. Don't worry if you think it's not right. Do you believe in magic? Yes. 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 Do you believe the stone was magic? Yes. What was magic is the opportunity that was given for people to share of themselves. What I encourage you to do is find a stone somewhere and hang on to it. Put it on an altar, put it in your pocket, put it in your car, and let that stone be a reminder to you of the generosity that we are called, invited to make, and know that that is magic. And we know that some people might call it magic. I do. Some call it grace, that unbidden, unexpected moment of compassion. Some call it random acts of kindness. If you pay attention, you'll find that we experience these moments of magic or senseless grace everywhere. Seeking out those moments can sometimes take effort and energy, but it's all around. It's all around. In the glance of a friend when your heart is broken, in the extension of a warm hand when you're in need and you don't know how the person knows, or just that opportunity to feel one with all that is. We know that There are problems in our world, she understated. But with skilled eyes and hearts, with practice, and with discipline, we can find the grace and kindness from moment to moment. And I do recommend it as a spiritual practice. In this holiday season, we're invited to be the change we would like to see in our world. And that, beloved, is magic.
It's not how he wakes up every morning.
Day. With the first call of the rooster, the strangers began to prepare for their journey. They stepped onto the road. A few of the villagers came to see them off.
Go we must. Our journey continues.
But before you leave, please, I have two questions for you. Two questions all of us have been talking about since our meal. The first is this: why did you take such kindness on us?
It was you who were kind to us, madam. You welcomed us into your village. You liked my seashells and my rocks. I always appreciate it when people admire my seashell collection.
Also, we just like soup.
Your kindness was more than just repaying. Our kindness was more than just repaying your kindness, however. It is our way. It is the way we wish to be in the world.
Thank you for entering our village as strangers. For entering our village as strangers and leaving as friends.
Who happily waved back. It wasn't until the strangers had reached the bend in the road that the elder remembered her second question.
Where did you get that magic stone?
Had already rounded the bend in the road. Their answer was caught by the wind and carried into the treetops. The villagers never learned exactly where the strangers had found that magic stone. But over the years, the wisest among them realized that the magic stones were all around them before their very eyes. Please join in our closing hymn, number 355. We lift up our hearts in thanks.
And let's see if that's the right one.
Yes.
It
I think
is.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Before we end the service, I invite everyone again to join us downstairs for stone soup. It's been simmering all during the service, so it will be delicious. It's vegan and gluten-free, so everyone can enjoy.
Yay.
And we close with this benediction. May we whisper thank you for all that is good in our lives. May we shout thank you for the abundance of blessings. May we feel thank you, thank you, thank you deep within our hearts and around us right now. May we be thankful down to our bones for this time together.
May we take the time to feed each other, take care of each other, appreciate and trust each other, and say thank you. It has been said, it is the only prayer that we need. And our service of the world continues. We'll see you downstairs.